Well, I think it began pretty quiet. People unsure what to say or how to react or talk to each other. I felt like the spirit got a little better as the day went along, and a little more openness around the tables to talk. When we began this morning at Covenant Group, it was like silence. I mean, people just didn't know where to start.
I think that there's been some really honest conversation. Covenant groups, round tables, our conversations like we had with the panel, and I think that's good. And yet, I think it's important for people to begin to think about what a new expression, or what I call a new affiliation of the roots of the Methodist Wesleyan heritage might be.
This crisis we are in and the questions we are wrestling with, they have a potential to help us to move forward as a church. Those questions help us to find the right questions we have to struggle with, and to put our hearts and our energy and all our wisdom into those questions for the future of our church. That really gives me hope. So we can turn those questions that bother us and those situations that seem so hopeless and into new energy for the future.
I do know there are wonderful clergy and laity in my annual conference who they're doing all the good they can and all the ways they can, and that's what United Methodists do, and they do it. And so they continue on with the mission, but they do wonder what will happen.
If you're going to transform something, you better have these 3 or 4 words prepared to come out of your mouth on a regular basis. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Even if you don't believe it, it's going to be okay. If you better convince yourself, it's going to be okay. So being consistent and focused and not discouraged is, I think, how we need to respond, not in any particular one way. I don't think that's our role, but to say it's going to be okay and be consistent with our confidence in the hope.